Yeah! Welcome to Choo. Winter is upon us in South Australia, and that means it's mushy season! So today I'm going to cook 2 meals using lactarius deliciosus, also known as the saffron milk cap or the pine mushroom. I'll make a classic cream of mushroom soup and some kind of pizza bread based thing. But first, we need to go foraging for mushrooms. Let's go! Pine mushrooms are everywhere in the Adelaide Hills. They are an introduced species, super abundant, highly nutritious, and very tasty. I did a mushroom video before, so if you want to learn how to correctly identify a saffron milk cap, then check that out. There'll be a link in the description. That being said, it's always best to go out with someone who is experienced, get your hands on it, get up close and personal with a mushroom, because there are a few toxic mushrooms around. Not too many that look quite like saffron milk caps, but there are a few, and there's also plenty of species that have yet to have their toxicity level recorded at all. So the rule of thumb when foraging, especially for mushrooms, is if you're not 100% sure what it is that you're picking, don't fucking eat it. So like I said, go find a mate who knows what they're doing, get out there, but like I said, if you're not 100% sure, don't risk it, it's just not worth it. So let's get to the cooking. I'm going to start by washing the mushrooms, getting off all the grass, dirt and bug poo, and then I'm just going to dice them up. Now some of these pine mushrooms are a little bit old, but I don't really care because they're going in a soup. I'm going to melt some butter and add a little bit of olive oil. I added some diced shallots and jalapeno peppers, then fried until the shallots were a little bit brown, and then added the mushrooms, and then stirred that through and fried them as well. Like most of the smells I create, the pine mushrooms were pungent, yet sweet. After remembering I'm making a soup, I transferred all of that into a larger pot. I added some red wine because I drank all the white wine. Typically you'd use a white wine, but you can use red wine. Red wine, wine. I stirred in some plain flour, then added some salt and some pepper and a couple of cups of water. Mix it all through and let that simmer for a little bit, man, yeah. I forgot to collect some herbs during the day, so it's time for a night trek through the garden. It's so spooky at night. Golden oregano. I collected 2 types of oregano, some tarragon, thyme, and sage. I diced that up a little bit fine and put it to the side. Then I added some cream and some Parmesan cheese to the soup, and stirred that all together, then on a low heat just let it sit for a little bit to thicken. Now onto the pizza thing. I'm going to make a simple dough using plain flour, bread yeast, pepper, paprika, a pinch of salt, oil, and a little bit of water. Mix all that shit together into a ball and let it sit for maybe 2 hours to rise. Now I kind of fucked it up because I was actually making all this food at the same, like simultaneously. I just separated it in the video into 2 meals, but actually I was cooking pasta and various things at the same time. So I kind of fucked it up. It doesn't really matter if it doesn't rise, it will rise in the oven. It doesn't even have to rise, it still tastes great. Using a rolling pin, I flattened the bread out, then added a little bit of a crust to it. I mixed together some tomato paste and our own brand of tomato sauce, and then smeared that around the dough. Oh mate, who doesn't like a good bloody smear, am I right? Once thoroughly smeared, I grated some mozzarella on there, then added some pine mushrooms and jalapenos I fried up in some butter earlier. I cracked some black pepper on there, then added the last of my tomatoes that I harvested this season, and some fresh basil. Yum! I put that in a preheated oven in about 20-30 minutes. That guy's gonna be ready to rock and roll, baby. Time to eat! Here you go, have some mushroom soup. Boom!
Thank you. This is delicious.
Oh man, that is good. Now baby, I know you don't really like soup, so I also made pizza.
It's good. Much easier to burn.
Mozzarella. It's hot. Fuck! Okay. I know you don't really like pizza or soup, so I made you pasta.
Thank you.
So Quinn's not a huge fan of pizza or soup, so on the side I just knocked up some tomato and chicken based pasta using thigh cutlets and various herbs and spices and whatnot. Not bad for an afternoon's work, pretty good spread I reckon. What do you reckon, mate? Bloody hell! Well, I hope you enjoyed that video, my friends. Don't forget you can get a bottle of Caprica chili sauce, our own brand, online at choo.com or through various outlets, so follow us on Facebook to find out where you can, if you can get it locally, otherwise it is available online. Follow us on Facebook so you know where we're going to be. We often frequent festivals and markets and stuff. Come check us out, have a beer with us, come and have a drink. Thanks for watching. Be happy and sexy, my friends. Okay, love you. Bye! Mmm. Pine mushrooms, what do you reckon?
Yeah, really good. That creamy mushroom soup is delicious.
Let's do some. It's all butter and cream.
Yeah. But pine mushrooms that we've foraged ourselves, so it makes it healthy.